Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Stasis. Where in the last episode we got to wade through the clone pools, and that was uncomfortable at the very least. Able to escape the area more or less, but we saw a really strange thing that looked like our wife and daughter running away from us in these weird kind of vaulty access tunnel areas. So now we've reached a security office and the crew commons. And that's kind of where we're at right now to see what we can find in both of those rooms. So, let's try the security office. Okay, so, the security guard seems to have died sitting in this cushioned recliner. It tilts back at an angle that will hold the body for a long, long time. Another terminal that might have provided access to advanced system functions if it weren't hopelessly powered down. A crumpled body rests against the slanted bulkhead in a leisurely repose. The uniform indicates that it's a security officer. Well, let's see what he has.
They cut his wrists.
Paul Hodgson. This whole shift change thing is kind of strange. Putting Ronald in security when he's obviously not equipped strikes me as irresponsible. Oh well, I'm sure I can compensate. A notice went out telling us to follow the new security guidelines this evening. I wonder what happened. It's only a few extra doors to lock, as far as I'm concerned. Easy enough. Food supplies are stalled and people are getting nervous. Someone's been distilling alcohol despite the fact that express authorization is required to even possess it. Ivan was describing the concept of moonshine to Ronald, and the guy asked how moonshine could exist if we're in a spaceship so far away from the moon. I swear to God, if aliens board the ship and pick us off one by one or something, I want to see Ronald go first. I really want to do something about this alcohol situation. It's my duty to ensure that the Groom Lake's crew is secure, and that important research isn't interfered with. At least, I'd like to believe so. These clowns don't share the sentiment. The ass end of the ship just started exploding and jolted everything that wasn't bolted down. There's a goddamn pen stuck in the wall next to me. I can only imagine all the people injured right now. But can't leave on the account of lockdown. Lockdown or not, Station B is fucked. So getting to medical isn't happening. Someone suggested that we could use the specimen transport track, but that's shady as all hell. So I wonder if that just happened then, because all the explosion on the other end of the ship was where our tram was at. So I wonder if this was a recent thing or not. There's no leaving the security center now. Staring at Ronald's lifeless body is a fucking superior alternative to being ripped apart by whatever's outside. I hear screams. They're all distant and muffled. Silence. 24 hours of silence. Not a scream. Not a footstep. Still not a word from Ivan. The guy looked away from the atmosphere control room just before Ronald pulled the plug. I got bored and read Ronald's file. He had a lot of stuff running really deep. Maybe he wasn't ignorant after all. That's it for the water. Ivan refused to drink anything but moonshine. I tried my best to get him to have water. Stubborn bastard wouldn't hear it. He hasn't moved in a while. So he probably died from alcohol poisoning, I'll bet you. Damn. So that whole thing declined pretty quickly. Let's see what's up with this terminal then. Let's see, security terminal, cruise quarter security logs. We'll check this out. Alcohol is being manufactured and distributed aboard the Groom Lake. Security has opted to take an approach of non-intervention, as its effect on morale will likely prevent theft and potential riots associated with limited rations. However, security will regularly confiscate quantities of alcohol to moderate the supply. Well, at least they're letting them have it. So this is about 3 weeks later. Rations have arrived and been distributed. Very few reported or evidential cases of theft. This can likely be attributed to the morale increase speculated as a result of the distribution of alcohol. Things are going good. But then, specimen Samantha received for transport to Laboratory 18. This specimen from the cloning vats is contained in an iron lung. Transport needs to be arranged quickly. Specimen is scraping against the inside of the containment unit. Tremors have struck the Groom Lake. Power outages and severe injuries have been reported. Lockdown is in effect. And then on Christmas is the last one. What a terrible day for it. 4 crew members have been reported missing while attempting to restore a tram station to working order. Oh, no. 4 crew members have been reported missing while attempting to restore a tram station to working order. What the fuck was that? It sounded like an ape. To prevent further loss or injury, the corridor has been sealed and flooded with highly corrosive gas. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. What the hell?
I'll need to figure something out here.
How would we... How the hell would we pull that off? This guy's got something on him. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take a moment of silence to remember him. We ask that you join us in...
Interesting. We've got something for this guy. Oh, this is Ivan. Alright, let's see what he has to say. This new guy, Anderson, is really something. 5 minutes in the door and he's already asking what all the computers do. I like it. He's inquisitive, just like my boy back home. I'm glad he got put here in the shift change, but I'm disappointed that neither of these two are ladies. I could use some female company. I don't blame you. Okay, maybe Anderson is a little more confused than inquisitive, but his heart is in the right place. I can respect that. But Sarge? How the hell did the boy get Sarge from Serato? Paul is just plain obnoxious. Food's not coming for a while. Fortunately, somebody's been making moonshine. It's not the white oak whiskey from back home, but you don't come across much liquor in space. Looks like I'll be moderating the supply, so to speak. Hodgson just tried to arrest someone. Prick. Well, rations are in. Good thing, too. The liquor wasn't keeping the crew at bay like it used to. This entire ship smells like shit. It's always been bad, but it gets worse every day. It's even a different type of shit every once in a while. Beyond me. Groom Lake is on lockdown. Tremors, power outages, and several injured. Some guys left 3 days ago to repair a tram station. Haven't heard from them since. I can only fear the worst. I don't want to wait to figure out what's been going on around here. Paul and I have agreed on a solution, but Anderson isn't grasping it. I don't expect him to. I knew Anderson would have trouble coping. I knew he wouldn't understand. At least he went easier than we will. He saw so much in his short life. There just wasn't room for more. He'll never have a funeral. Nobody back home is going to think of him and wonder what happened. I think Paul and I are the only people on this ship who knew him by name. Maybe that Samantha girl he was talking about still remembers him. Her dog could be named after him. Or maybe he picked her a flower and she tucked it into a book. I never did read much, but right now, I'd love to be holding a book. Poe would work. He's the only author I know by name. I haven't talked to Paul. He thinks I'm drinking, but I'm too preoccupied with Anderson for that. I figure I'm writing this for a reason. What if nobody ever reads it? What if the ship just drifts into the edge of the universe, dead and empty? If you exist, if you somehow stumble upon this, remember Anderson for me. He reminds me so much of how my son used to be. If you don't do it, nobody will. I don't beg. I never beg. But if you're a decent human, you'll know why you have to. Remember Anderson. Barely awake. Typing is an effort. Moonshine is not water. Hodgson had last word. Wow. Well, don't you worry. I will remember him for you. Okay, so we gotta figure out what to do about this motion detector business. I don't really know what's gonna happen with that right now. It's almost like we have to create like a hologram of ourselves, or find a way to have 2 bodies there at once. Maybe we'll find something in the crew commons for that.
Once we know where Becca is, how can I get to her?
There is another tram through the crew quarters. Once we know where you're going, we'll move forward from there.
More trams.
Yeah. I understand your apprehension with trams right now.
God forgive us.
A long landscape of a serene mountainscape intended to provide a sense of calm and perspective. And it also says smile inside. Really don't feel very comfortable about that. A body lies slumped against the entrance bulkhead, with its head hanging forward. It's almost impossible to imagine having a nap during a long shift. Shit. Well, I think we know how he died. I'm pretty sure.
Do something.
Dr. Rick Graham. And he needs help. Okay, here we go. I'm getting sick of this bumps and scrapes bullshit. I didn't get this degree just so I could stitch idiots up when they accidentally stab themselves with a pen. I want to do fun experiments. Is that too much to ask? It's not like I want to be a mad scientist and sew new arms onto people or anything. Although, human spiders would be cool. They would. Albeit extremely terrifying, but it would be cool. It's a miracle. Security somehow ended up passing a container from one of the cloning vats onto me. It's labeled Samantha. They'll understand it's got to be, or they understand it's to be transferred to Lab 18, right? Oh well, no reason I can't observe it for a while, right? I'll have my loyal assistant Miriam make up some good excuses for me. Oh boy, you're digging into something bad right now with that. This creature is marvelous. The notes included don't say much, but I'm pretty sure she didn't have a fully formed spine when they packaged this girl up. It describes her as just being a tail. There's some other bones as well, but I didn't major in monster anatomy. I wish I had, though. You can't make this shit up. This fucker grew eyes! I mean it. She did not have these last time I checked. They're rudimentary, sure, but they just grew. They follow me around. At this point, I'm going to take credit for Samantha entirely. I mean, they can't prove that there was anything more than some stem cells in that container the last time they saw it, right? From now on, Samantha is mine. I can't wait to see what she turns into. Lab 18 is definitely getting suspicious and impatient. I'm running out of excuses for why I haven't transferred Samantha yet. I need Miriam to stall a bit longer. I read her PDA, so I know she wants to turn me in. She wants my job. Fortunately, I have a video of her screwing the guys from the lab. All of them. So there's my job security. You dog! How did you come across all that? I don't even want to know. This just got serious. The tremors knocked me over the counter, and I twisted a muscle in my knee. It's going to be a long lockdown spent bandaging people up without any access to the full medical wing. Samantha isn't mine anymore. Some other poor fool can take responsibility for this one. Uh-oh, what happened? I heard shrill screams coming from the entertainment area. The last time I performed surgery, the patient woke up and started screaming her head off. Something about seeing your own exposed ribs really bothers people. Well, yeah. Anyway, these screams were like that, only more intense. They're the screams of the dying. I've locked the emergency bulkhead. No sign of Miriam. Well, the way you've described her would make a man think that she's busy screwing all the other dudes in the wing. So, you never know. This especially large frosted glass door is coated with the dirt of neglect. And something tells me we're going to be going into it eventually.
There's another door here. I don't see an access panel.
It must be the secondary containment. Give me some time, and I'll see what I can do.
Fair enough. Okay, let's go to the medical laboratory. Uh-oh. Am I going to regret having come in here? Oh no. That's the iron lung that Samantha was in. Oh shit. I don't like that at all. Okay, let's go check out this PDA real quick. Oh, it's Miriam's. Hey, we gonna get to see those videos or what? Because she would have them on her own PDA for some reason. Dr. Graham is up to no good. This weird pod accidentally arrived at our medical bay. It holds the most terrifying creature I've ever seen in my entire life. And he says it's beautiful? He wants me to find excuses for why it isn't being transferred to Lab 18. Good thing the guys there like me. I'll help him keep it a secret for now. Although I might get his job if I could get him kicked off the groom lake. I'll keep an eye on what he's up to. Interesting. This thing is growing all sorts of body parts at ungodly rates. The notes say it was just a tail and some flesh at some point. But I don't even see the tail anymore. What kind of fucked up experiments are we doing? Fuck. I'm locked out of the medical bay, and Dr. Graham has locked himself in there with that thing. We need to help these injured people. Insufferable prick. They want to use the specimen transport track to get the injured crew members to the medical wing. Even if the ship wasn't falling apart, that's a terrible idea. It's funny to see everyone frantically typing away on their PDAs. Who's gonna read it? The surface of whatever planet's gravitational pull the lifeless groom-like gets sucked into doesn't care about your damn feelings. Yeah, but I mean, you were kind of doing it too, so you're lumped in with the rest of them. Oh boy. The cylindrical hyperbaric chamber is welded shut, creating a metal tomb for anyone inside. Well, let's have a look.
I'm not sure what I was expecting. Holy fuck.
The hell was that? I guess I should probably, now that I think about it, I should probably question why there's blood all over the place. I didn't even notice that. Congealed blood runs down the frosted glass wall, and streaks of dried blood decorate the wall behind this unit, forming childlike art. Yeah, how about this DNA scanner? We'll check that out real quick while we have time to do it.
I think this is it.
Excellent. You need to get your blood sample onto the receiving tray, and I'll do the rest.
Okay. How about... Yeah! Hypodermic syringe, let's go! Alright. Okay, you didn't need that much blood, I'll bet you. But hey, you know, you're gonna do it a little bit, might as well go for the gusto.
Okay, it's working.
Receiving the genetic info. This is good, John. This is excellent.
Uh-oh.
I can hear something.
I saw something as well. What the hell was that all about? Oh, I don't like that at all. Okay. Do I dare?
Sure.
Whoa! Okay. We gotta go. We gotta go now. Hang on, John.
What the hell was that?
I only picked up a flash from the scanner. A crew member.
Not a crew member.
That wasn't a crew member.
Crew members don't look like that.
That wasn't even a person. It was an animal.
The upload finished. I'm going to start the scan now.
Tia, what's going on here?
I've heard things, but I don't know any specifics.
Well, what have you heard?
Believe me.
Tell me what you heard, at least.
Maybe it was one of those fucking things that ate Yuri.
I grow plants. I don't care for man's pets.
Just let me know when the scan's finished.
Secondary containment is now accessible. Head through to the other tram station.
But what about that whole thing with the other room and the fucking security office and all this? With the weird motion scanner and the other door? I kind of want to know what that's all about. There's got to be something useful in there. We might have to try to figure that out. If I could, like, drag one of these guys around... Could we do that, maybe? Really quick, we're gonna try one more fast thing before we call it good. Yeah, I have no idea how we're gonna try to figure that out. Let's see what happens if we go up to the door.
Just fucking open!
No kidding. I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. So all we have left is the drill. Can we use the drill on anybody?
Nah, that's ridiculous.
No, it's not. Just drill him, you know. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. I want you to use it on him.
I think that would break.
Well, shit. That was worth a try. Alright guys, well this is what we're going to do. We're going to stop right here, as it appears that I do not know how to get through that door. I'm kind of intrigued about it though. They wouldn't have it there if there was nothing behind it. But we either are going to figure out how to do that, or we're going to go hit the tram. So, until then, my friends, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying, ooh, security cameras. Hold on. Breaking the action. We have, this one's fine. This one's got poisonous gas everywhere. I don't know what's going on with this one. And this one's just not even functional. Can I do anything with any of these? No? Huh. Alright. I mean, I'd like to think that was helpful, but not entirely. Alright, guys. Well, when we come back, we're going to solve that and figure it out. So until then, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.